we're going to be talking about baby bunnies. See these two little guys? They like to be covered up by my shirt. Makes them feel safe. That's why I have them there. I just wanted to let you know what happened so that you would be warned and possibly this wouldn't happen to you. We just learned the hard way that mama bunnies make nests right in the middle of your yard. We were mowing on Friday night and unfortunately hit the nest. We couldn't see that it was there. And the bunny that was on the top, there were 5 of them, the one that was on the topmost is no more, unfortunately. The other ones scattered. My husband came and got me and we were able to retrieve them and we took them inside for a night. My mom actually kept them for me. She did lots and lots of research and from what she read it seemed like it would be best to put them back in the nest. So we tried that. The next morning they brought them back, put them back in the nest, and that day it was nice and sunny, it was beautiful out, and they were fine. Unfortunately the next day it dropped from 60s to 40s and rained. Literally all day, all night. And when you hit the nest with your mower, it knocks off that protective covering of twigs and hair and things that the mama bunny puts on top of the babies. So they had no shelter. And their little nest was full of water. It had literally 2 to maybe 2.5, 3 inches of standing water in it. So when we got home from church last night, I went to check the nest, and there was one baby bunny dead beside the nest, and it was apparent that it died from exposure. It was not mauled or injured in any way. There was another one, this one, the little bitty guy, about 3 inches away from the nest, sitting there shivering and soaking wet. So I grabbed him. I took another look around the yard just real briefly and couldn't see the other ones, so I just brought him in and I put him on my, I don't know if you can see that over there, but I have one of those Tempur-Pedic heating pad pillows that you can microwave, and I put him on that for, I don't know, about 10 minutes, put a washcloth over him to absorb all the water off of his fur, and he just kind of revived. Started crawling all in the sleeves of my shirt and nuzzling in my hair and just having a good time. So he seemed very happy. I got him settled in and then went back out with another bright flashlight and looked around the yard again, and this little guy had made it back to the nest and was sitting in the standing water and mud in the nest, shivering. So we got him inside. He didn't like me nearly as well or as quickly as number 1 here. He tried to jump to his death. He took a dive onto the tile. It had hurt. So I had to hold him fairly tightly. He never did really calm down last night. So I just put him in the box with his little brother and couldn't get them to drink anything last night. They did, however, overnight eat half of a carrot, which was encouraging. This morning I pulled them out and they both drank milk from a little syringe. One of these little things. We had gone to Walmart and bought one of the little teeny baby bottles that you can use to nurse baby kitties, but they didn't really like that too well, but they drank fairly well out of the syringe. So we're just gonna, we actually think we might have found a home for them, but if that person doesn't pull through, we're just going to keep them inside until they're a little bit more lively. I don't know, that just seem like they can make it on their own better, or at least until the weather is better. But the reason I'm doing this video is because, I mean, I know we didn't know to look for baby nests or baby bunny nests in our yard before we mowed. We've never happened upon this before. We've been mowing for years. I would have just thought that a rabbit would have made her nest in a safer place. Like, you know, we have a shed in our yard. Why not under the shed? Why right out in the open, in the middle of the yard? But I guess that's just the way they do things. So I thought I would do this just to raise awareness for you. In the spring when you go out to mow, maybe you might want to check through your yard. If you see piled fur and sticks, kind of brush it aside and see what it is. If it's a baby bunny nest, you can take some spray paint and just spray paint a circle around it just to remind yourself not to mow in that spot. Okay, I'm just bringing you into the yard. I just want to show you where the nest was, and this is how much it's been raining. Our yard has standing water in it. And see, this is not a place where you would ever think that there would be a bunny nest, but you can see where my husband has now drawn a circle with spray paint around it. But this is where the bunnies were sitting. The water has now absorbed, but I can give you kind of an idea of how deep this is. Not very deep at all. So you can imagine 5 bunnies piled on top of each other, and the top one, of course, got it. And this is the poor little guy that died from the elements. I'll get him. I didn't want to touch him last night because I was trying to befriend his brothers and sisters. So this is what it looks like, folks. Just a tiny little hole. And originally it was covered with fur, but the fur has just gotten all, I mean, you can barely even see it now. There's pieces of it, but the rain has totally just demolished it all. So there you go. Be looking for holes in your yard. We're eating some dead nettle out of the yard. This is number 1 that I found first. And this is number 2. You can really hopefully see the difference in the size. I was going to try to give them a little bit of milk. See if I could get them to eat for you. Want some milk? It's so hard to control how it comes out. No. Want some milk? It just now drank just a little bit ago. Oh yeah, that one wants it. I hope you can see that. It's so cute. Want more? That one will keep on chewing on the empty syringe. This isn't the best way to get it out. Here you go. Oh, that's so cute, you all. I hope you can see it. Aren't they cute? It's going to be hard to let them go. The little one is much more sociable and seems to acclimate to surroundings a lot more quickly than number 2. Number 2 just acts like he kind of wants to run. But he's getting there. He's coming around. You can see how teeny they are. This little teeny syringe is about the same length as this little bunny. Really little. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Watch for baby bunny nests.